White opens with wonderful daughter. If you desire, we together can spend as much time as necessary to research any and all conditions you might think you have. Research, not blind faith. Please, I want to help. If you truly love me as I do you, give it a chance. Let your papa into your demons? Let us find the facts about medical conditions through medical science research consensus, with doctors not tied to the government. Please, I love you so much. Right off the bat, White uses the gaslight opening. This dude really started by saying his daughter might have conditions, like she's making this shit up for fun. Yeah, dad, she just woke up and decided chronic illness sounded like a good time. Then he hits her with the if you love me card. That is not real love, that's straight up guilt tripping. And Papa wants in on her demons. Papa looks like he watched too many Joe Rogan podcasts and has been puffing that magic rock, if you know what I mean. Based on my experience, it only makes me hungry, not what this is. White wants science from scientists who aren't even scientists. He wants credibility without any of the actual credentials. He probably thinks vaccines have microchips in them. What an outrageous opening. Obviously, they're nanobots. Black responds with, absolutely not. You think I haven't done my own research and prayed for a holistic answer I could work towards? There are no holistic solutions for my situation. I have tried. If those were the only options I had, I would fucking kill myself, because this life is not a life I look forward to living if all I can count on is exercise, vitamins, and tea to be my available solutions. The only reason I haven't tried again is because I don't want to hurt anyone with my passing, and that my doctors have been supportive by trying to treat me and give me hope. By the way, this is all more frustrating knowing you get professional treatment for your gout and high blood pressure. Real rules for thee and not for me situation going on here. I don't want to do your dinner anymore. I will cook food and drop it off as your gift. Absolute cinema. Black just destroyed Whitey's shitty ass opening with this amazing counterattack. She opens by destroying his assumption that she hasn't tried the natural hippie route. She's already been there, already tried the magic rocks and naked yoga and whatever else, and it didn't work. She's telling him his solutions are so trash that death would be better. That should end the match right there. Any normal parent would surrender immediately. Black also pointed out the hypocrisy. White uses real medicine for his own problems, but won't let his daughter have the same. He's popping pills for his gout and high blood pressure while telling her to drink tea and do jumping jacks. That's insane. He gets big pharma treatment, but she has to raw dog her illness with essential oils. Get out of here. Man, I miss being raw dogged. Anyway, absolute trophy move by Black. White fires back with, if you love me, you will talk to me. Unk is still trying to do the failed gaslighting gambit. White just got absolutely destroyed and his response is, do you even love me, bro? His daughter just told him she's been suicidal and he's out here making it about himself. This is like losing a debate and going, well, if you really cared about me, you'd let me win. Pathetic inaccuracy by this idiot. Black counters with, I know how I feel about you. If you have questions about it, that's your problem after what you said. Black's not defending herself because she doesn't need to. She's basically saying her feelings are none of his business anymore after what he pulled. Beautiful defensive play that uses zero energy and an excellent move. White pushes with, love is not shutting someone out, you find common ground. White thinks you can compromise between real medicine and conspiracy theories. Either medicine works or it doesn't. Either research is real or it's fake. There's no halfway point between facts and misinformation, like me saying I'm totally straight and I don't know why you don't believe me. Moronic mistake by White. Black unleashes with, you have shut me out by telling me for years that I don't know what I can do with my health. There is no compromising with you when it comes to my health. You could be a loving father, which entails listening and being supportive, or you could be a hurtful father by thinking you know better than me and my doctors about my situation because you watch some manipulative anti-vax bullshit on YouTube. You can't even think most of my symptoms because you have proven to be someone I cannot trust, and you still think you have all the answers. You are not in control of the situation. This is my health, so you are either a passenger or you are kicked out of the car. I am driving. Black just flipped White's opening on him. She revealed he's been the one shutting her out for years by constantly telling her she's wrong about her own body. Then she exposes where he gets his info, YouTube conspiracy videos. Everyone knows you should be tuning in a text chest for real medical facts and information. That's a joke for legal purposes. This man watched some dude in his basement talk about fluoride for 3 hours and now thinks he knows more than actual doctors, and that is unhinged. White doesn't even know most of her symptoms. She's been hiding her medical problems from her own dad because he's too toxic to trust. Think about that. She's sick enough to want to die but can't tell her father because he'll just make it worse. With this brilliant move, Black is threatening a massive checkmate. White scrambles with, "You cannot trust your father who loves you more than anyone else, question mark. He may not believe in my abilities of knowledge, but believe in a father's love." White's trying to use their relationship as proof that he's right. Being a dad doesn't make you a doctor, my guy. Love doesn't equal expertise, and you can love someone and still be completely wrong about medicine. These are two different things. And this dude really said abilities of knowledge. What abilities? The ability to believe every conspiracy video you see, the ability to ignore experts, the ability to pick whatever facts match whatever you think. Those aren't abilities, little bro. That's just being stubborn and wrong. Another massive blunder by White. You know what real abilities are? Helping me find images, which you can submit in my Discord in the description. Black responds with, "I've told you what fatherly love is to me in regards to my health. You are not meeting the criteria. Hell, mom doesn't give two shits about my health, but at least she believes me. I'd take that over what you've been doing." Genius. Black just said she'd rather have a parent who doesn't care at all than White's involvement. Mom is completely checked out, but at least she's not actively making things worse. White is so bad that doing nothing would be an improvement. That should make you rethink your entire life, but not White, he's built different. Excellent move. White still tries to win with the clueless defense. Been doing? Question mark. Elaborate please. I will move heaven and earth to find the answer to your happiness. He's pretending he doesn't understand what she's upset about after she explained it in detail. This is manipulation designed to make her tired of explaining until she gives up. It's like when you ask someone to keep explaining why the peanut butter jar has a hole in it. I usually play stupid until my roommate believes in it, because honestly, I have no idea where that hole came from. Diabolical mistake with the shit defense. Black fires back with, "Please don't try to play dumb with me. I have told you in this very text conversation. Go through it again if you are confused." Forced move. Black calls out his fake confession and refuses to re-explain. She's not doing this homework for him, she's making him actually read what she wrote instead of making her repeat it. This is a top tier counter. She's treating him like an adult even though he's acting like a toddler. White says, "Okay, I went through it again. I learned stuff." The most vague response possible. What stuff? Name literally one thing. This is what you say when you ain't reading all that. This man learned stuff the way I learned Mandarin in high school. Absolute zero retention. Blunder by White. Black responds with, "Great." The sound of someone who's completely given up getting through to this person and is just completely dad. This somehow made me feel better that my dad abandoned me than to have a father like this. And I'm not totally coping, guys, trust me. This great move is incredibly fitting. White closes with, "Okay." White's pieces are still on the board, but the game ended 5 moves ago. He's just too delusional to notice and too proud to change for his kid, who clearly needs his support. He's probably high off that magical dust he got off Facebook Marketplace, recommended by his fellow tinfoiled friends, and Black wins by checkmate. Next, White opens with, "It's okay, hope you feel better soon, heart emoji." A totally normal human response to someone being sick. White shows basic empathy and concern. Finally, a breath of fresh air. We might actually see a normal conversation between two people. Book move so far. Black replies with, "Thanks, it's gotten worse as his day has continued. My body is crazy achy," mirroring White's energy. Black updates him on her condition getting worse. Standard response when you're sick and someone asks. Just two players communicating like normal humans. Mirrored book so far. White drops, "You gotta start drinking your pee." Excuse me. This man saw somebody with body aches and thought, "Yeah, you know what'll fix this? Drinking your own piss." Not medicine, not resting, not fluids that aren't literally waste products your body is trying to get rid of. Just straight up telling someone to consume their own urine like it's a normal suggestion. Everyone knows that urine should go in the sink like I do. Nasty blunder by White. Black responds with, "Pass, thanks though." The most polite rejection possible, considering White just suggested she drink her own piss. Black could have crashed out, but chose to stay composed and try to answer the most unhinged suggestion like a normal one. This is the conversational equivalent of someone offering you breast milk and you going, "Nah, I'm not thirsty," instead of "What the fuck is wrong with you?" Excellent move. White doubles down with, "Suit yourself, period. I've only been sick twice since 2016. Alcohol is a solvent, that's why we crave it, dash, to cut through the dense protein stuck in US, period. Until I'm able to abstain completely from eating things my body isn't designed to process, I use my own medicine to cut the sludge and get it out, period. It's not new age at all, it's ancient knowledge, period. Definitely not as effective as fasting, but it does the trick, period." Oh god, he's doubling down. White just wrote an entire essay defending drinking piss. Says he's only been sick twice in 8 years, like that proves anything. Then claims alcohol is for cutting through proteins in your body. Brother, that's not how any of this works. We drink alcohol because it feels good and numbs the pain and when my dad wants to beat me, not because our bodies need drain cleaner. Calls his pee my own medicine. Bro, that's a waste. Your kidneys kick that out because your body doesn't want it. You're putting that garbage right back in. And he says it's ancient knowledge. Yeah, and ancient people died at 30 from basic infections. Ancient doesn't mean it's safe. Even admits fasting works better, but still drinks piss anyways. You know there's a better option, but you're still doing this. You're just committed to the bit at this point. Criminal move. He probably likes the taste. I mean, it's not that bad. Next, White opens with Kim Kardashian's robbery in Paris was actually an inside job set up by Taylor Swift as revenge for the whole snake thing. Like, think about it. Taylor is rich as fuck and obviously didn't like Kim or Kanye, and now look at the pair of them. ... They are mess. I bet Taylor Swift set it all up. So White just blamed Taylor Swift for organizing an armed robbery in Paris over celebrity beef. The evidence, think about it. That's it. Taylor has money, didn't like them, so she must have done it. Brother, being rich and having beef doesn't make you an O-Block member. Half of Hollywood hates each other and they're not all planning assassinations, I think. But wait, hold on. Taylor does have crazy money, her new album is flopping, and she is known for playing the long game. The timing is weird, the robbery happened right after their beef peaked. I'm not saying he's right, but the dots are kind of connecting. Guys, I think White might be onto something here. Hold on, good move by White. Next, White opens with, I met a real woman of God last month, ... She saw my hashtag flat earth bumper sticker and smiled, period. She said I also believe the earth is flat because I read the Bible. And that was great, period. We exist in numbers more than you probably know, period. We see past the biggest lie of all time, period. Thanks world, but no thanks, period. Who's coming to Skyfall 2020, ? White starts with the flat earth Riz Gambit. White bragging about meeting someone who also thinks the planet is shaped like my boyfriend's ass. That's their meet cute story. Not those regular holes in the walls. Not doing Fent behind a McDonald's like normal people, but flat earth bumper stickers. When you tell your grandkids how you met grandpa, you have to say, well, she saw my I am a fucking dumbass car sticker and I knew I was the one. And what is Skyfall 2020? I assume it's some flat earth convention or gathering. Imagine buying a ticket to that. Imagine sitting in a conference room with hundreds of people who also share 2 brain cells. Disgusting blunder. If you want me to attend a Skyfall 2020-25 convention, like, subscribe, and definitely grab some merch. I'm living on my Discord admin's couch and I owe him rent. Black responds with, I hope you don't have kids. Absolute cinema. 6 words, 0 hesitation, straight for the throat. Black looked at the entire yapathon and said the only thing that matters. Please don't reproduce. Easiest and cleanest checkmate on this channel I've seen as of yet. Next, White opens with, BTW, the fly thing is a host. So fake, it's CGI, just saw it again. White just claimed a fly landing on someone during a debate was fake and computer generated. A fly. This man thinks someone CGI'd an insect. Not Sora videos of people, not edited AI speeches, but a tiny insect. Stupidest mistake I've seen in my entire life. Black responds with, bruh, this is trolling. You're trolling. I literally watched it in real time. Black's having a normal reaction to this unhinged conspiracy. Black watched it happen live and White's out here claiming that the fly is from the deep state. Black is giving him an out by assuming he's joking. Good move. White doubles down with, no, go look at it, as did I. He's serious, watching the same thing and came to the conclusion that someone animated a fly in real time during a live broadcast. Bro, what? Mistake. Almost as delusional as my fans who claim that I'm gay and don't buy my merch. Those videos are AI generated, they're not real. Black fires back with, stupidest conspiracy I've ever heard. What kind of Q bullshit is this? Black's not holding back. She called it the stupid conspiracy and brought up Q nonsense. She's seen enough. This is the equivalent to throwing your hands up and walking away. Excellent move. Better move would have been resigning though. White goes full tinfoil, and Joe Biden gets the file-vate domain 20 minutes before debate. It just appears there, doesn't even fly, and right on his white-ass hair where the contrast is best. White just connected a domain registration to CGI flies to hair color contrast in one move. He thinks someone registered a website, animated a fly, and placed it perfectly on White's hair for maximum visibility. My guy, do you know how complicated that would be? You need graphics teams, live editing, perfect timing, and for what? To make people talk about a fly. White strangely won by resignation. Black could not take it anymore. Next, White opens with, I wouldn't trust NASA. Classic flat earth gambit right here. White starts with saying he doesn't trust the space agency. Classic standard conspiracy move. Not terrible yet, just setting up his position. We've seen this before. Book move. Nothing too bizarre. Black responds, and the earth is flat, right? ? Black already knows where this is going. They've played these games before. Calling out the obvious next move before White was making it. Good move. White confirms with, there are documents from NASA that talk about the Earth being a plane. Wait a damn second. This dimwit says he doesn't trust NASA and then immediately uses NASA documents as proof. Bro, you can't have it both ways. Either they're lying or they're telling the truth. Pick one. They don't get to say they're fake and then use them as evidence in the same exact match. That's how this works. Massive blunder. Black delivers the kill shot. So you just said you wouldn't trust NASA, but now are trying to validate your claim by documents from NASA? You didn't think this one through, did you? Checkmate. Black just destroyed his entire argument in 2 sentences. Black caught the contradiction immediately and called it out perfectly. White said NASA lies, then used NASA to prove his point. It's like saying your friend is the Bay Harbor Gooner, but also saying he's innocent. It makes zero sense. I am innocent. Next, White opens with, "This is my first Christmas without my family, period. After 25 years of marriage, I could not stay married to a woman who refused to seek the truth, period. She and my kids refuse to look at the flat earth truths that I have shared with them, period. I encourage them to research for themselves, but they treat me like I'm crazy, period. I just couldn't take it anymore, period. Is there anyone else out there dealing with spending Christmas alone, To me, it's better than spending it with my family of globeheads, period. I'm glad to have a group of online like-minded individuals with whom I can learn from and gain support from, period. I bet I'm not the only truth seeker who is spending Christmas away from family because they can't see the truth of this world, period. I hope to hear from some of you today, ! White just revealed he destroyed his 25-year-old marriage and lost his kids because they wouldn't believe the earth is flat. Not over money, not over actual problems, over the shape of the goddamn planet. The man chose conspiracy theories over his family and is now spending Christmas alone asking for support online. This is just depressing. This is how lies and conspiracy theories sometimes ruin lives. 25 years of marriage just gone. His kids won't talk to him. He's alone on Christmas, and for what? For believing something that's most likely wrong. The earth is obviously in the symbol of a text message. He threw everything away real for something fake. There's no way for Black to respond because they left. His wife moved on, his kids are gone. White sacrificed his entire family for a flat earth theory that's wrong. White didn't just lose the game, he lost everything that mattered. He's playing the match with himself now. That's how alone he is. Blunder. Next, White starts us off with, "Jesus Christ is returning soon, period. The rapture is near, period. Outer space is a hoax, period. The earth is flat and stationary with a dome called the firmament, period. The sun, moon, stars, and so-called planets are all just lights moving around above our heads, period. There are fallen angels imprisoned underground by God, period. Azazel, aka Lucifer, was imprisoned underground alone in the desert, period. He is at an Area 51, period. The Vatican Freemasons came to America to find him years ago. He is, the classic rapture gambit. This one never gets old." White just hit every single conspiracy theory in one message. Flat Earth, space is fake, the rapture, fallen angels, Area 51, Vatican, Freemasons, and Lucifer, all in one paragraph. Someone get their grandma off Facebook. Old kids will say young kids fall so easily for propaganda while they spoon nonsense like this every single time. I'm giving this a mistake. The best choice of action is put this individual in a nursing home as soon as possible. I still think all of my subscribers are federal agents. Prove me wrong by pressing the playlist that pops up.